So when it comes to keeping your engine cool, your radiator is going to be one of your most important parts. And it's going to be one of those parts, again, that you'll probably actually never see. It's located right in front of the engine here, and it's going to be behind all this plastic stuff. So if you ever actually want to see it, you're going to have to pop all these little Christmas tree things out and remove that in order to just see it. If you ever actually want to do some work on it, you'll have to remove the whole thing, which is a whole nother process. So how does your radiator actually work? Well, it's going to look something like this, and it's going to have usually two plastic tubes kind of on each side. They'll usually be on the side or they'll be on the top and the bottom. And in between there will be these lines like this. So those are just kind of fins, and in between those are going to be little zigzag. So coolant's going to be flowing through this whole system. If you don't know what coolant or antifreeze is, check out my previous video. So the coolant's going to be going through the whole engine chamber, and it's going to be absorbing all the heat that the engine is creating. Then it's going to be coming into the radiator always from the top hose. So it's going to be coming into the top, and as it cools down, it will sink. Therefore, it'll be going back into the system from the bottom hose. So the magic of how the whole thing works is actually the coolant is going to be going crossways across the radiator. See, there's the little lines. It's going to be going actually through those little lines there, and in between the little lines, you can see the up and down fins. So air, while you're driving, is going to be passing through there, and it's actually going to be taking the heat from those fins and actually transporting it into the air, therefore actually cooling the coolant down, so therefore it'll be ready to recirculate again. Plus, if your vehicle has an automatic transmission, it's going to need automatic transmission fluid, and that needs to be cooled. So it's actually going to be located inside of one of the sides of the radiator. It's going to be piped in. There's going to be a separate pipe actually inside the end of it where the coolant is actually going to flow and then be sent back to the transmission. So all in all, this system actually works very well at keeping your engine cool. But what happens if you're like sitting in traffic and therefore there's no airflow coming across the front of your radiator to cool that down? How do you keep it cool? That's where these fans kick in. So there's two different kinds of fans that your vehicle can have. One is going to be an electric fan, and the other one will just be kind of a belt-driven fan. So that fan will be driven by a belt, so usually as soon as you start your car, that fan will be going. No matter what, that fan will always be running. An electric one, there will actually be a sensor that is connected to your ECU that will tell your vehicle how hot your engine is. And if your vehicle, say, slows down or comes to a stop, it will automatically kick on that fan in order to make sure that air is circulating across the radiator to keep that coolant cool.